Hello, super good morning, everybody. Kevin Chan here, back again in a heavy raining morning. This particular morning here in my place, at least in the greater area of Puchong, right? So we are having a big shower right now on the outside, so no worry, I'm safe in the house. All right, so today we're back at the juncture. We're gonna look at the rest of the combination for the period 9 houses feng shui, so that you are ready. For those of you who are buying house, like right now, right? So you guys know how to take a look at the combination inside the house. Pretty simple topic, right? So I can see Pak Pui as usual, number one, to join in. Thank you for the unwavering support. Then we got Winnie Leong over there. Good morning, Winnie, as well, and Sabrina there. Kelvin is over there, right? So how are you guys all doing? Right, so hopefully everyone doing fine. Today is a lovely little Friday, and tomorrow is the weekend. Any specific weekend plan? My tomorrow weekend plan is to accompany my princess to driving school. Yes, I will take a look at how she drives. And surprising thing that the driving school was telling that it's like, I'm just gonna teach you how to pass the test only. Scary, man. Hello Mano, hello Inco. Super good morning to you all. Right, so girl is a bit confident, right? Okay, good. That's good about it, right? So come, let's go in and take a look at the another one of the feng shui combination for the period 9 house. Shrink down to the smaller version, right? So as usual, Telegram, a great way to get in touch with me if you need to. Substack is a newsletter reading right now, is publishing the excursion related matter, so you guys want to read my excursion story, go ahead, subscribe to that one, right? So the July forecast is actually already prepared, right? So it will be published as the timing come. As the schedule hit, it will get published. So if you want to have the July forecast received earlier than the video version, go ahead. Need community help, come and join the Facebook community, right? So and we can assist you in terms of understanding the broad spectrum of Chinese metaphysics, so we can have discussion inside. Right, so that's how you get in touch with me, right? So as usual, right? So flying star, very simple. Actually, flying star is one of the most simplest method there is. So there's 9 numbers, right? So flying star go for 9 numbers. They travel in the 8 palace in certain pattern, right? So in certain pattern, so the number will basically go on their cycle, right? So there is a facing star and then there is a sitting star, right? So in feng shui, so facing star, sitting star, when they finish their circular flying already, you get this many version of the energy distribution for the house, right? Very simple, right? So this energy distribution is fixed one, by the way, right? So it fixed mean that we have already flown the star for you. You don't have to manually do it. You just have to find the relevant direction of your house, then you apply the correct chart on it, then you can start to do the analysis. So today doing feng shui is actually amazingly simple, right? So in the olden day, everyone will need to manually plot their chart. All right, so which is problematic, right? So if you take a look at it, there's only a few pattern inside. So if I drill down all the pattern, these are all the pattern that's available, right? So the guy that is on a running man one is those that we have covered, right? So we have covered those with the running man one. So we have covered the double 9, which is the most popular one for the period of 9. So period of 9 right now, star number 9 is the centerpiece. So when we were at period of 8, then the star number 8 will be at the centerpiece. Centerpiece means that it is timely, it's auspicious, blah blah, right? So if we go into period 1 after period 9, then the star number 1 will be the centerpiece. So in period 1, all the combination changes. In period 8, all the combinations is different. So this one is applicable only for period 9 house, which means the house that is completed and move in after 2024, right? So do is 2025 already. So whatever house that's completed from this year onward, and then you just newly move in. So this is the chart that will be applied. So we have done all the explanation on the 3-6, what's the advantages, disadvantages, right? So the 1-8, how can you utilize it? The 4-5, why you need to avoid that fella, and then the 2-7. So today we're gonna go in and take a look at the 7-2 combination. Right, the 7-2 combination, which is the reverse of the 2-7 combination, right? So now these are questions that usually pop up. Got difference or not, 7-2 and 2-7? Got, right? Because why? Sitting star and facing star both govern different things, right? So, and it really depends on primary, what is your objective, then only we know whether sitting star is more important or the facing star more important. The facing star is always governing active activity, so usually it is associated with economical activity, which means making money. It has to do with you engaging with stuff, right? So doing things, getting things completed, working together with people, all this is basically money generating related activity, right? So whereas the sitting star has to do with building your character, it has to do with how you how does you treat people, so which is going to be translated onto relationship related matter. Then there is of course going to be how you treat yourself, which is going to be tied to the health related matter. So if you are somebody who are more character building centric, relationship centric, health centric, then the sitting star is more relevant in an analysis. So if you are more economical centric, making money is your important thing, then the facing star is more important, right? So those are those salient things that you need to keep behind your mind when you are doing an analysis. So that's why 7-2 and 2-7 different, right? So because like 7-2-7 is the primary active star, whereas 7-2-2 is the primary active star. So you need to know the characteristic of star 2 and also characteristic of star 7 to differentiate what is the difference between the two fella. All right. So the individual character, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have covered it already in the Xuan Kong series. You can go back to the Xuan Kong, series to take a look at it to see what individual they do, right? So right now we are talking about it in combination, right? So in combination, right? So this one is, of course, the grade 7 and 2, right? So a few things that you need to unravel first before you go into doing an analysis. First of all is that 7-2 is what belong to a He2 combination. Right, so in Xuan Kong, when you're studying two numbers together, there are a few specific combination that is what we call special. Right, so by the way, Xuan Kong also got 3 number combination one. Okay, so right now we're only dealing with 2 number combination, enough, right? So going to 3 number combination, you get very confused. Right, so 7-2 is part of the He2 combination, which is fire producing. So this one enhances fire related matter. So right now it's period 9, right? So which means that this particular energy is timely. This combination is timely. So if you have this combination but it's in a different period, then it's not timely. Simple enough. So which means that the 7-2 combination in period 8 or in period 1 is not going to be as useful as a 7-2 combination that is in period 9. So right now you're in period 9, this is good, right? So then next thing that you need to understand is basically what we call the host and also the guest interaction, right? So in this particular interaction, Earth will produce the metal. So 7 belong to metal, 2 belong to Earth. So the Earth will produce the metal. So what happened here is that all your active activity will actually reinforce your passive growth. Right, so when you start to understand what are the two, right? So now the star number 2 has always classically, they define this as the star of sickness, but it's actually the star of 2 is star of accumulation. Sickness is an accumulation of your neglect of your health. Right, sickness don't just happen today, right? So in Chinese metaphysics, sickness happen when you neglected your organ. Right, so each of your organ, right? So 5 internal organ, 6 external organ, right? So internal, external, yin and yang organ, yin organ, yang organ, don't know how to classify it, doesn't matter, right? So they are all in charge of fixing your body. So if your organs are in good condition, your body should not have any problem. So that is Chinese metaphysics. So when you continuously accumulate problem in your organ, your body becomes sick. That's it. That's all. Right. So the star number 2 again, it also represents farming activity. You put a seed in the soil, it will slowly grow, accumulate, then it become a tree. Right. So it's also a military training camp or anything have to do with what we call human development, training and development activity, learning and development activity in human resource. Right. So it's basically you put somebody who doesn't know how to fight in the training camp, after a certain amount of time they learn how to fight. Okay, makes sense, right? So investment activity also is as such, right? So you accumulate the cost average down method of investment, right? So you buy until one day, you know, you become very rich, and that's how Warren Buffett become rich. Right, so this is star number 2. By the way, star number 2 is right now the wealth star. Period 8 is gone already. So the wealth star of the period 8, which is star number 8 right now, is losing its appeal. Star number 2 is gaining appeal. Right, so the star number 8, star number 2, and star number 5, all three belong to the earth element. All three of them are wealth star. Right, so in Feng Shui, wealth belong to earth. Earth is where all the wealth is stored. Right, so you know, which means that in the period of 9, the way that you gain wealth is through accumulation. It's not through hard work anymore. All right, so star number 8 means hardworking, right? So star number 2 means accumulation, right? So different, right? So you know, which also means that the negative effect of star number 2 is gonna, you know, slowly reduces, right? So and the positive is going up. So while star number 7, of course, you know, the classical definition for star number 7 is basically the robber, right? So now the logic is simple. The star number 6 is the power. You see 6 and 7 both also is you know, metal. So if both are metal, they should have, you know, same characteristic, but no, so they classify 6 as the winner, 7 as the loser. Right, so you just imagine 6 as the soldier that's won the fight. So 7 is the soldier that lose the fight. So when you lose the fight, what do? You beg for your life. Right, you exile, you run, right? So you know, that's why, you know, they classify people who always talk. 7 belong to the 对卦, so talking is called begging the life, right? So if you got power, authority, you are the winner, you don't talk to people. Yeah, if your punch is big enough, number 6, you know, so you always punch yourself to victory. Right, so there's no way, there's no discussion, you know, all these kind of things. Only weakling does discussion. This olden day, right? So when you know, when you are a soldier, you lost the fight already, you know, so you belong to an empire, you belong to soldier, you lost the fight. What do? You usually become bandit. And I can see, so 7 is the star of the bandit, robber, and all those kind of stuff, right? So this combination, right? So you can see that when this combination is together, you know, it creates fire. Right, so 7-2 creates fire, and you know, the fire further add into this entire thing. So now when you take a look at this, right, so what happened with the 7-2, right? So 7-2 is basically a person who is very Scrooge. So this is from DuckTales, right? So this is Uncle Scrooge, right? Very rich because he's able to accumulate a lot of stuff, right? So he got the ability to accumulate, right? But at the same time, you know, the accumulation is, you know, after accumulating a lot of time, the fella is very, what you call, you don't want to call stingy lah, you know, it's very stingy, you know, very pauper, you know, very very difficult to spend the money lah, the particular fella, right? So you know, if you just want to save, keep accumulate, and then die, this probably is a good combination. But it does give you the ability to accumulate wealth though, right? So wealth is certain one of the thing, but at the same time also, using this palace for too long, you will become very solitary, afraid of everybody, you know, don't trust everyone. Right? This come from star number 7 now, by the way, right? So you come from star number 7 because you find yourself to be, you know, the type of people who, you know, try to scheme people, right? So and then because you always scheme people, you are also afraid of other people scheming you, right? So it's this sort of feeling is there lah. And there is gonna be this air and vibe of eccentricities around you. Right, you get to keep all the money they want to keep. Yes, you know, you get to do that, right? So, but at the same time, also, you know, people will start to ostracize you, right? So they don't find you to be friendly. They don't find you to be somebody who is approachable, right? So these are stuff that you need to be looking at. So using this particular sector for too long, it will create that particular circumstance for you. So let's say, for example, you know, you are having the door is 7-2 combination. You will start to see that you have the ability to accumulate wealth. Right, so you start something, you know, you'll be able to gain some wealth, and you'll be able to keep your, you know, wealth with yourself. But as times goes by, right, you will start to see that you start to distrust people around you. You also become less trustworthy, right? So no, yeah, right. So you do have a very good communication skill, so that's why scamming seems to be something that you can do well. Scamming or convincing other of your plan of your investment thingy, of your business is the same thing, right? It's just that whether the return is share out between people or not, right? So when you gain but then your return doesn't share out to people, people say it's a scam. But when the return is, when you gain from the entire thing, you never call scam. So that's why money game is very, very popular, especially when the money game is early. I actually know people who purposely join money game when the entire scheme is early, right? So they join the scheme early, then what happens is that they invite other people, then when they regain their capital already, the rest they don't care. So this is where their reputation, this is where their reliability is being in question, because why the people who got scammed at the bottom, which confirm every single time to get scammed in the bottom one, they will remember you, man. Right, the next time you try to do anything that is proper, right, no one will trust you anymore, right? So these people will basically spread the word telling you that you're not trustworthy. So that's why playing in money game is very dangerous, right? So but this particular fella has the knack in this entire idea of convincing people, because the star number 7 right now is basically communication, right? This fella is very good in communication, and star number 2 is earth growing the style of communication, right? So plus the style of communication right now is subjected to the combination which is fire, right? So it is a communication skill that has been honed, right? So it's fire transforming, right? So it's a communication skill that has been trained. So today, in the olden day, you can talk, not much of a use, right? So again, right, the number 6 will punch the hell out of you, power and authority. But right now, today, if you can talk, you are basically having access to a lot of resources and money. Talker win in this particular what we call situation. So the star number 7 is actually under control because of the fire energy that is in period 9, right? So that's why this one is technically quite usable, but very specifically you need to be in an area whereby you want to do accumulation, and somehow communication is something that you use to do that, right? So which means that if you, let's say that put in a way like your insurance salesman, your those mutual fund salesman, your those financial planner, this combination damn good. Right, so that in insurance they make big money through accumulation. You accumulate client, each of the client is gonna pay you every month, for the next, I don't know, 3-4 years, right? So the more client you accumulate, the more that you're gonna get over time. That's their scheme, right? That's their reward package that they're doing, right? So this is how it works. So it also works in investment. It also works in let's say that you are a investment banker or stuff like that, whereby you are rewarded for your longevity in the system, right? So this combination help you with that. So if you're doing that, this is the combination you're looking for. You want to look for a house whereby this combination is in your door. Simple enough, right? Not too difficult, right? Okay, right? So that's why flying star is actually not very difficult to do, right? So all of this, where is it, the 7-2 combination, right? So these are all where the 7-2 is, which means that every single house also have 7-2. The one that don't have is because the 7-2 is at the center. So if the 7-2 is the center, right, it's very difficult to use. You can't open a door at the center. It's not logical to put a kitchen at the center. I don't think so. You will have a room at the center, right? So the center become very difficult to use. So if you take a look at it, which house where it's possible to have a door at the center, then you have the southwest facing, right? So you got the southwest facing, you got the south side, which is the door, right? Then you got the northwest facing. Northwest facing, you got the center part of it, right? So which is the northwest part of it, which is the door. Or you can go and choose a north facing, right? So north facing, you have the northeast side, which is the you can possibly be a door. So I'm assuming the door is at the front of your house, right? So of course, for some quirky idea, you got the door at the side, probably doable, right? So like for example, you have a northeast facing house, you purposely make the door open at your northwest instead. Okay lah, no problem lah, up to you, right? It doesn't matter. right? So these are all the available choices, but I'm just telling you, every house also got a 7.2, right? So if you happen to want to use the 7.2, then you set something up here that you can use. Of course, the probably the only one thing that you can set up is actually a workroom, right? So the kitchen, not too easy to set up, not too easy, but it's doable. I know if you are telling me that my renovation budget is unlimited, you can redo the entire house, doesn't matter, right? So door, I already decided. Most of us, when we buy a house, the door already decided. Bedroom also already decided. So you probably can decide your own workroom. So then you purposely choose that particular sector as your workroom, right? So if what happen if the place happen to be your toilet, then you make the toilet as your workroom, which most people has already done. Toilet is our official entertainment center. Okay, right? So everybody sit in the toilet, watch handphone nowadays. So if you want to occupy the toilet, you just turn off the Wi-Fi. Okay guys, it's basically that easy only, right? So it's not too difficult, right? So to explain this one, right? So all the what we call your combination is basically all fixed, right? So it's all fixed already, and it's just about choosing different sector for different activity. So if you are very sure of your activity, whether your objective, then this is a very easy exercise. It's a difficult exercise for those people who is blur or greedy. Blur and greedy people, very difficult to do this, right? Because why? Oh, they want this and this and this, had that one. Okay, that's it guys. Always very short session for this one, right? So take care of yourself. So see you guys again. No, tomorrow won't be seeing you guys, because tomorrow I need to send my precious little princess for the car driving experience, right? So I'm going to see whether she can drive or not. All right, see you guys, bye.